Gardner's in 7. James in 4. Jamaica. Chris Taylor in 9. Off they go. Fast start for Kirani James. Cherry goes up quickly on Stephen Gardner, who doesn't run that fast for the first 100 meters. Kirani James running well. Michael Norman in lane 8 for the USA, traveling beautifully. Kirani's coming up. Stephen Gardner begins to quicken. It is Cherry, Gardner, and Kirani James, the men that are in front at the moment. Michael Norman is there. Kirani James surges forward to challenge Stephen Gardner. Gardner and James. Gardner out front. James is in second spot. The Bahamian is pulling clear. What a run by Stephen Gardner, the world champion, now the Olympic champion, 43.85. And for the second time in 3 Olympic Games, it's the Caribbean gold.
Stephen Gardner came in as the favorite, and he's delivered brilliantly. Brave effort from Kirani James, and may have held on for his 3rd Olympic medal. Anthony Zambrano, always a fast finisher, and he came through well with James holding on to bronze. He now knows it. The Americans shut out of the medals at 400 meters.
Stephen Gardner, he has found the formula, the winning formula for the 400 meter. He sticks to his script, ran a well-executed race. He's had his strategy, ran the first 100 conservatively, and just let the speed unleash. What a run.
Outstanding. And Kirani James looks to get the bronze medal. When he won in London, he was chased by 2 Caribbean men. Llewellyn Santos of the Dominican Republic and Leland Gordon from Trinidad and Tobago. But it's the Colombian Zambrano that slips in here at 44.08 to break up the Caribbean moment.
The World Championship bronze medalist Zambrano becomes the World Championship silver medalist, becomes the Olympic silver medalist. And Kirani James with the bronze medal, he has the full set of Olympic medals now, gold in London, silver in Rio, and wins the bronze in Tokyo. What a performance from Zambrano. When Christopher Taylor won his World Youth title in 2015 in Colombia, in this man's hometown, he finished about 5th or 6th, I think, in that final. Zambrano, here he is winning an Olympic silver medal to go with his world silver. Kirani James, what a story. We've seen some great stories at these Olympic Games, and this is another of them. Injuries, Graves' disease, not many gave him much of a chance of coming back to this level and fighting for a global championship medal, and just showing his courage, his determination. An example of it is how he held on for the bronze medal here. Zambrano goes by him, the Americans are coming, led by Cherry, and James leans in for the bronze medal.
Yeah, Norman for the USA had run very well for the first 300 meters, but Gardner, who didn't run very fast in the first 150, paced himself well, and he had more energy than the rest at the end. A 4th Olympic gold in the 400 meters for the Caribbean, and Stephen Gardner undefeated this year in races that he has completed.
The world champion is the Olympic champion. Cherry is massively disappointed.
He would be. The Americans have had a rich history in this event. Gardner 43.85, Zambrano 44.08, Kirani James 44.19. Christopher Taylor is in 6th at 44.79, a personal best for the 21-year-old.
Superb performance from Christopher Taylor. Not many gave him a shot of being in the Olympic final. Not many gave any Jamaican a shot of being in the Olympic men's 400 final. But Taylor ran a brave race as well from lane number 9, took it out hard. Stephen Gardner is still on the track, unable to get up and celebrate.
Yeah, a good Caribbean moment there. Kirani James getting the Bahamian flag and putting it around him.
This bronze medal will feel like gold for Kirani. It has to.
Not often that the Americans are shut out in a 400-meter final at the Olympic Games.
I'm sure you'll check and tell us when was the last time this happened, Lance. And it might take a while, because it's not often that this happens. Let's have another look at the race. Christopher Taylor, the Jamaican, he went out really well, but Norman was flying in the first 300, with Kirani James also going hard. Stephen Gardner tracking them all the time, trusting his speed over the last half of the race. Coming through, taking the lead down the stretch. Zambrano, like he always does, finishing fast. James fighting to the line and holding on for the bronze medal. The Americans 4th and 5th. Christopher Taylor with a marvelous run as well, in my estimation, finishing in 6th position. A lifetime best for him, 44.79. Can only be up for the 21-year-old from here. Credit to Zambrano as well. How he's come through brilliantly in the last few years, the Colombian. Kirani James, gold in London, silver in Rio, bronze here. One of the greats of men's 400 running. A world champion as well. Back in 2011, Kirani James, as an 18-year-old.
Yeah, well, remember, we did say they were shut out, the Americans, in 2012 when the Caribbean sweep through Kirani James, Llewellyn Santos, and Lalonde Gordon. They didn't compete in 1980 because of the boycott. And from what I'm seeing here, it looks like 1920 that the last time the Americans were shut out of the medals in a 400-meter men's final.
2012, and before that, 1920. In many ways, this is considered their event, the Americans. And I think the disappointment this occasion will be the fact that they had 2 high-quality competitors. I don't think if you had predictions coming in, there are many who would have left both Cherry and Michael Norman out of the top 3. Cherry hitting the fastest speed at 29 kilometers per hour, but it came too late.
Confidence goes such a long way in sporting success, because I think the measured start that Stephen Gardner had in this race was an indication of how confident he was. He didn't come out of the blocks feeling as if he had to be flying at the start. He was patient, and even when he was almost caught up down the backstretch, he just comfortably increased his pace incrementally, and he was the best at the end. 43.85, Zambrano 44.08, James 44.19 for the Caribbean 1-3, Cherry and Norman 4th and 5th for the USA. Cherry in a personal best 44.21, and again Chris Taylor 44.79 for the little